All right, guys, my next guest is the reigning undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world who is set to make a return. The big defense, UFC 315 against Australia's own JDM. Belal Muhummad, welcome back to Submission Radio.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. Dang, I forgot you guys are from Australia, right? It's like, so you guys are Team Jack with it?
I'm here for a good time. I'm here, team good time. I'm here to see you back. Right, I'm here to see you healthy again, and I'm here to see you defend your title. I am excited to see Jack get that title shot, though. How do you feel, man? We're almost back at the return. You had to overcome that infection and all that.
Man, I'm hyped. It feels so good to be back, to be within a couple of weeks of my fight. Those 6 weeks off of not doing absolutely nothing was hard, and especially just like seeing all these other guys fight, seeing these titles get defended. I'm like, bro, I want to fight. I'm excited to fight. I need to fight. But I just got to trust God's plan, and this is the perfect thing for me, right? It was meant to happen this way, and now I feel like the best I've ever felt. I feel like the strongest version, the best version that I was ever going to be.
So it's you and JDM. It's a great fight. Everyone's super excited for this one. UFC 315, big here in Australia as well, of course. And I saw you mention in an interview, man, you're not planning to shoot one takedown. Is that right? You're bringing out the Canelo hands for this one.
100%. Like, we've been working on these hands for so long, especially in the last fight, right? They thought Leon was going to outstrike me, outbox me, and we did him dirty. We showed you guys a preview of what the Canelo hands could do, and I think with this fight, it's the perfect moment for me to go fully Canelo hands. And then this version is going to be like, we didn't know this was possible. Like, he told us it, he said it, we didn't believe him, but what can't this guy do? He could do it all.
Yeah, what do you think of JDM striking, man? Because I guess what a lot of people, when they break down this fight, they bring up the Gilbert Burns fight, and they, bring up the fact that, look, Belal will take JDM down and beat him that way. So you're saying you're going to stand up, you're going to beat him up on the feet. How do you rate JDM striking? It's probably one of his stronger assets, right?
I mean, it's the strongest asset, but his strongest asset's still weaker than my strong asset. Like, my hands are still better than his, my striking's still better than his. The only thing that he could really bring to the table is just showing up on fight night. Whatever I want to do, I'm going to implement. And I'm going to show him that he's never seen anybody like me. He's never been in a fight like anybody like me. It took me a long road to get here. It took me a hard road to get here. And if he thinks that I'm just going to give up this title with ease, he's nuts, right? I keep growing. I keep getting better. I keep grinding. I worked harder for this fight than my last fight. So unlucky for him is he's going to have to fight the best version of Bully B ever.
He doesn't say much. He's a man of few words. What do you expect him from fight week?
I didn't even know he spoke English, bro. I was like, bro, this guy can talk. I was like, dude.
He's kind of like a throwback, right? To that like old school Western guy that just kind of does the thing but doesn't say much. A bit of an Australian Clint Eastwood in a lot of ways.
Yeah, he's like Pereira without like the trauma. Like, he needs to get himself like a quote or a word or something where the fans are like, oh, no way, he said it. But yeah, like you said, he talks in his fights. He always brings it. He's always one of those guys that's always going to come to fight.
You know who's the guy that talks a little bit as Ian Garry, right? And he said he was livid that he didn't get this title shot against you instead of JDM. What was your reaction when you saw Ian Garry going off about not getting this title shot?
I mean, obviously, if he would have won the Shavkat fight, he would have definitely got the title shot. But I think there were just too many guys with streaks, right? They're calling me for Buckley. So then I was assuming it was going to be him. Then they called me and said it was going to be Jack, and they're going to take him from Leon. And I said, perfect, because he got a longer winning streak. He's like on a 17-fight winning streak. And that's the guys I'm excited for. I think if Ian wins this weekend, he could definitely talk his way into the mix. And for myself, like, it's funner when there's a little bit of talk. There's funner when, like, I'm going to get responses from my opponents. And it doesn't really need to be beef. Like, I don't got no beef with Jack. I don't need to fake anything. But it's just always funner when there's talking, going back and forth.
Yeah, I know Jack's got a lot of respect for you. I think they wanted to fight you a number of times. With Ian, you tweeted that you see him beating Prades this weekend, right? Break it down for us a little bit. Why do you think Ian gets it done? Because Carlos Prades, man, he's a bad boy, that guy.
Yeah, no, he's a dog. He's good. But I just think that when I look at styles and the way they fought and who they fought, I think that Ian's been in there with power punchers. He's seen tough strikers. He's very smart with his distancing. He's very smart with winning the minutes, winning the rounds. And I think for being a 5-round fight, and Ian just coming off a 5-round fight with Shavkat, and he looked good in the later rounds. I think he's going to be able to, weather that storm for Pratis early, and avoid those big shots, push him on the fence, wear on him a little bit, and then when it gets to the later rounds, I think that he's going to start picking it up a little bit more. Pratis is not good going backwards, and they're both the same kind of height. They're both have the same length, and it's always different when you're fighting guys with that as tall as you. It's different when you're used to fighting shorter guys. So I think for Ian, he looked hungry. He looks like he's ready to go for it. Pratis, 5-round fights are gonna be tough for guys that smoke cigarettes.
Yeah, he loves a pack a day, man. You got to give the guy, he's a throwback, right? Like he's smoking a cigarette, puts it out on his shoe, and just walks out to the octagon. What do you? Okay, so if let's say you did fight Ian Garry in the future, maybe in the next fight or the fight after that, how do you actually see a fight between you and Ian Garry going? Like, how would you see yourself beating him? Do you see him as a big challenge?
Honestly, for me, when I look at all these guys, I don't think there's anybody in the division that can compete with me anywhere. I think when I look at myself, we systematically break all these guys down. We take them to places that they're uncomfortable, that they haven't seen before, that they haven't felt before. So if it is Ian, we would do the same exact thing to him. We would break him down. When guys get into the cage with me, when the guys feel me, feel my pressure, feel the way I fight, feel the way I move, it's different. And they never felt it before. They never seen it before. And it always leaves them wondering how or why or what does he do? So like after I beat Jack, I'm hoping it's going to be somebody after that, then somebody after that, then somebody after that. But I'm just going to keep adding all these guys to the list.
It's interesting though, right? The talks of Buckley and Kamaru fighting. I wonder how that's going to slot into things. Like, do you think that could potentially be your next fight, Kamaru or Buckley, if that fight goes off and it's dynamite, and maybe Shavkat's not ready to come back, or maybe yeah.
I mean, it's crazy, like you said, like you weren't expecting to fight Jack, or I wasn't expecting to fight Jack right now. So you never know how the division is gonna roll or how the UFC lets stuff play out. But there's a lot of guys out here. The winner of this fight this weekend, if Kamaru ever comes back and fights, Buckley got a lot of hype right now. He's rolling hot. And then you even got Sean Brady, who just dominated Leon Edwards. So I think the division's the best it's ever been in a while. And they got the best welterweight that's ever been at the top right now. So, and he's willing to fight all these guys. So it doesn't matter who's going to win. All I need is the call and a date from the UFC.
I love that, man. Who do you think wins between Buckley and Usman, by the way?
I think Buckley. I don't think Usman's been out for so long. He's been out for 2 years. He's too
still
busy
top
doing his
ranked.
podcast.
He's still top ranked somehow.
I mean, you still got Kobe Covington top ranked, right? I don't know who does these rankings, but they need to get this AI system in there immediately, because these guys don't belong in the rankings. These guys don't belong in there right now, and they're just sitting on their spots. There's plenty of more deserving guys that belong in there, and if these guys don't fight, take them out.
Dude, I gotta ask this, and I'm not trying to stir trouble or anything, but it's just because this is what everyone's been talking about. So I just got to get your thoughts on it. Obviously, this whole Islam Makhachev narrative, like the people saying Islam's waiting to see what happens between you and JDM. Islam's moving to 170. I know you've told me before you'll move up to middleweight down the track and fight, Sean Strickland and the champion there. But what is your take on everybody sort of talking about Islam moving to 170? And is there a scenario at all where you guys obviously are friends, but could potentially put that aside to fight each other, because you may be the champion for a very, very long time. Is there a chance at all where you guys could fight each other, because obviously he wants that 170 run as well, respectfully?
Yeah, I mean, no, I wouldn't fight him. Like I said, I think their team, they've done so much for me. They helped me so much that it wouldn't be worth it for me to fight those guys. There's just way too much respect and loyalty on my end. But I think people are just like wondering, and they're just hoping for him to fight. They're looking for any excuses for him, right? Like there's guys right now in that division that make sense. Like Justin Gaethje makes sense. He's coming off a big win. He's 3-1 in his last 4 fights. People are going to tune into Justin Gaethje. He hasn't fought Justin Gaethje yet. You got Paddy Pimblett, who just came off a huge finish of Michael Chandler. Like, he has a big name. That's another fight that makes sense. You got Charles Oliveira waiting for a rematch, Arman waiting for a rematch. There's plenty of guys. I think that Ilya definitely needs to fight somebody before he gets that title shot, because it's not really worth it for Islam to fight another 45 or give another 45er a chance, because people are, no matter what they do, people are gonna hate on Islam, hate on Team Habib, no matter what happens. So for him, it's like, you guys are gonna give me the respect I deserve anyway if I beat him. So let him get a win first, and then it'll be worth it for me.
Yeah, what do you make of that? Topuria was on Joe Rogan, said, "Well, I'm not going to fight. Like, I'm just going to sit here, and Islam will have to fight me eventually." What do you make of his mindset and of him saying, "I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to fight anyone else. I don't care what anyone says. I'm just waiting for Islam. I don't care."
Yeah, I mean, I think he's trying to portray this character, right? Like he's accomplished a lot, right? He's a champion. He beat who I think are the two best featherweights to ever do it back to back. But you didn't clean out the division. You didn't do what Volkanovski did, where he earned that 55 title shot. I think that if you're gonna move up because you don't like cutting the weight no more, and you vacated the belt, you should have to fight one more fight. You should have to show that, all right, I belong in this division, because the last time you were at 55, you got dropped by Jai Herbert. The last time you went against a wrestler, you got taken down by Bryce Mitchell. And for Islam, it's like he's gonna do the same exact thing. He's gonna dominate you. If he lands that head kick, you're going to sleep. If he takes you down, you're going to sleep. You're tapping out. So what's it really worth for him to go out there and beat a guy that he's already expecting to beat?
I understand that. It's just such a juicy fight, Belal. UFC 317. It would be great, but I understand Islam. And he fought Alex Volkanovski twice, and I totally get. Hey, by the way, but it would be such a juicy fight. But how do you think that fight would go, Islam and Ilya? Do you think Ilya is the toughest challenge for him in that division right now, by the way?
No, I think he would finish Topuria probably like by the second round. I think in the division, stylistically, I mean, I honestly, I see Islam just like dominating all these guys. Obviously, Justin always has that knockout chance. He always has that power. And then Arman, that first fight was so good, so close. But coming off that injury the day before the fight, it sucks because he has to get another fight, and nobody really wants to fight him right now. But yeah, you got a lot of these guys in the division are saying, I'm not fighting nobody else for the title. Like Charles said it, Arman said it. Now Topuria saying it. So like the UFC just needs to put their foot down and tell these guys, yo, you fight you, shut up.
All right, guys, I just want to take a quick moment to talk about our sponsors, Manscaped and Saley. And a big thank you to them for making it possible for me to bring this show to you. The Beard and Balls bundle from Manscaped is the place to go. It's your all-in-one grooming solution to keep you polished from head to toe, more precisely from beard to balls. It's got all-in-one grooming. The Beard Hedger is your go-to for precise beard trimming, and the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra takes care of everything below the waist, because confidence starts with the right tools. You got customizable trimming, a dual blade system on the Lawnmower 5.0, which features interchangeable foil and trimmer blades, ensuring a smooth and comfortable experience, even in the sensitive areas. And what about this? The long-lasting power. Enjoy up to 60 minutes of runtime with a Beard Hedger and 75 minutes with a Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra. And by the way, it is risk-free. That's right, guys. Manscaped is now risk-free. Get it on Manscaped's 30-day money-back guarantee. You can try the Beard and Balls bundle today, completely risk-free, with Manscaped's 30-day money-back guarantee. And that's not all. If you want to support this program, use the code word submission. You get 20% off and free shipping right now. That's 20% off and free shipping right now across the whole Manscaped website. I just want to thank Manscaped again for making it possible for me to bring this interview to you. Go to manscaped.com right now, get the Beard and Balls bundle, and get 20% off and free shipping right now with the code word submission. And for anybody looking to travel out there is no better eSIM than Saley. Saley has you sorted with 115 virtual locations, super fast speeds, security features, and what about the fact that you guys get an ad blocker in the app as well, so you don't have to watch annoying ads and use up your data when you watch stuff all over your phone. What about the fact that you don't need to switch out your eSIMs, because you can just use the one Saley profile for everywhere you go. No more lining up at airports, no more having to take out SIM cards from your phone, putting new SIM cards in. Saley gives you all of the options to get as much data for as long as you need. You got weekly plans, you got plans that last half a year. And Saley always lets you know when you're about to run out of data. It gives you a little notification when you used up 80% of your plan, so you'll always have time to top up. No more sneaky roaming fees. No more being stressed out about, oh, I just bought this plan in this weird country that's going to last me for 3 months, but I only need it for 3 days. Saley has you sorted. And if you're a Submission Radio fan, you can click on saley.com/submission now and get 15% off your first purchase. Or go to saley.com and use the code word submission. Support this show and have the best traveling experience thanks to Saley. It's a quick reminder while you're watching this interview, please take a moment to subscribe to this channel. Only 48% of you guys are subscribed. The ones that watch regularly, that really, really helps. And please click the little bell icon so you get notified when the shows come out. That's going to really help me bring out more content to you, more interviews, and keep the channel around for longer. And now, back to the program. I love that. Hey, I know you've got a bunch of fights lined up at welterweight. I love to think about you in middleweight as well, right? Because I want to think about that run too. And I'm excited because have you been following what's been happening in the middleweight division? Like Dricus is apparently injured. Now Khamzat might be fighting somebody else. That got me thinking. Have you ever thought about what a fight between you and Khamzat would look like one day if he is the champion when you do move up to middleweight? I reckon that would be
Yeah, 100%. I mean,
that would be a fantastic fight.
Yeah, I've called out Khamzat when he was 170. Like, I was one of those fights that I was always looking for, right? I'm always looking for the toughest challenge, the best fight. And especially for him, stylistically, I think I match up very well with him and a guy like him. And I do think he will walk through Duplessis and he will be the champion whenever they do fight.
What do you think? What do you think is the key to beating him? Like, you would have thought about that matchup. I think he got a lot of the attributes to do it, right? Like, he kind of struggles later on in the fight a little bit. He's good at the first couple of rounds and then drains out a little bit. That's his kind of the big drawback with his style, I guess.
Yeah, right. He goes so hard in that first round, and he comes out like a freaking a missile. So it's like, all right, we got to weather this storm. We got to get through it. And it's a lot of guys that can't get through it. It's hard. But for me, it's just taking him to the later rounds, and then you start picking it up in the later rounds, start drowning him in the later rounds, and then we see where he's at in the 4th and 5th round.
Yeah, dude, I'd love to see that. All right, as we wrap up, because I know you got other interviews to do, let's talk about 315. How do you see yourself beating JDM? What's your prediction, man? I know you're not going to take it to the ground. Do you see finishing early? Do you see this, you guys going a few rounds first? How do you see yourself defending your title in Canada?
I see me coming out the first round, implementing my boxing, showing him that I got better hands than him. And then he's going to go into the second round. His coach is going to look at him like, bro, I thought you were a boxer. Then he's going to look at him like, no, I don't know what to do. Should I start wrestling? Then his coach is going to be like, all right, start wrestling. So then second round, he's going to come out, shoot a takedown on me. I'm going to sprawl. Then I'm going to look at him and I'm going to laugh. Then I'm going to look at DC and do the Max Holloway. I'm the best boxer in the UFC. Then I'm going to hit him a couple more hands. And then he's not going to know what to do again. So he's going to shoot another single leg. I'm going to turn, throw him off the fence, hit him with a body shot. He's going to drop. I'm going to look at him, point to him, tell him to stand up again. The ref's going to tell me, like, yo, we need action here. Then I'm going to feint the jab to the body and go overhand, and then he's going to drop.
Wow, okay. Well, I can't wait for that, man. UFC 315. That's on the 11th here in Australia. Of course, the 10th in the States. Dude, welcome back. I'm so happy to have you back. I'm happy that you're coming back. Congratulations on being back, and I can't wait to watch the big fight. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you.